And now we turn our attention to the question of the day. Does Nicolas Cage still make good movies? It's an interesting question to pose because he's made a lot of movies over the last 15 years, a lot of movies that he had to make to earn a paycheck. And it seems like every once in a while, a kind of a good one pops out. But most of them are straight to video or B movies. You know, they're nothing special. 2 years ago, we got a surprise hit by Nicolas Cage in the movie Mandy, which you could actually see on the Shudder streaming service, which is the horror streaming service. It's actually very good. But I think it's safe to say that Nicolas Cage has made a lot of duds and just, you know, movies that are largely forgettable. And as I said, every once in a while he pops up in a movie. While I do not remember the name of it, and I probably should, I do remember seeing a movie with him a few years ago where he played a real-life guy trying to go to the Middle East to hunt down Osama bin Laden. It was kind of a satire of a overly eager patriot. It was very funny. He was in the Edward Snowden movie because he, you know, has popped up in Oliver Stone movies here and there. But like I said, mostly it's been duds. As for me personally, I think the last great movie that I really enjoyed Nicolas Cage in, besides Mandy, I have two. The first one is an independent film that came out about 7 years ago called Joe. He basically played a aging drunkard logging foreman who befriends a young boy and basically rescues the boy from, you know, an overbearing drunken father and stuff like that, and kind of mentors him. I remember seeing it at the Dallas Film Festival that year. Was the first year we were actually covering the Dallas International Film Festival. It was one of my favorite films too. And then I think the other one in the last 20 years that I've really enjoyed was Matchstick Men, where he basically plays a grifter alongside Sam Rockwell. And it was a great little movie. But, you know, we've asked the question over the years, you know, whether Nicolas Cage, you know, is a good actor. We even did a podcast on it and graded all of his movies throughout his career, and he was a B-plus actor. But, you know, it's hard to kind of take him seriously these days when he makes a lot of B movies that are largely forgettable. And not that I'm not saying that the Drive Angry movie was really all that bad. It was a fun movie, shot here in Texas, and, you know a lot of local Texas actors, from Amber Heard to Brian Massey, you know, that were in that film. Again, you know, it was fun. But truly great, the ones that really stretched his acting talent. You know, he is an Oscar winner. He won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas, you know, 25 years ago. And, you know, he has made a lot of great, great movies. Whether it was movies early, you know, in his early days. I'm a huge fan of Moonstruck as kind of a romantic comedy. Alongside Cher. I mean, the World Trade Center movie he made with Oliver Stone, where he's buried underneath the rubble, and they have to get him out. I thought he was incredible in that. So I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. So again, it comes back to our original question: does he make good movies anymore? I would say that most of them probably aren't that good. They may be fun, but he surprises us. Okay? He's, you know, still got it in some ways. I mean, again, Mandy was a surprise hit. And while, again, it was only 7 years ago, I thought he did an absolute incredible job in the little independent flick, Joe, that showed his acting range and showed that he could do a good movie. And I encourage folks out there to watch it, because you can usually find it on a streaming service. But, you know, here we are dealing with this movie where he's basically going to play a satirical version of himself and make fun of his own situation about losing all of his money and basically having to take any gig he could to, get out of bankruptcy or to make his money back, or pay the IRS. But The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent has it's ripe to be a great movie, to be a funny movie, to be the kind of movie that we've enjoyed from Nicolas Cage. The kind of fun movie that we would expect, from something like that. And I freely admit that my favorite Nicolas Cage movie is always going to be The Rock with Sean Connery, as they're trying to stop the guy at Alcatraz from, blowing up or dropping chemical weapons over San Francisco. Yeah, it's a Michael Bay film, and it's cheesy and all that, but it was a lot of fun. But again, I still maintain that he does good movies here and there. So I think the question is, can he still do good movies? Or is he past his prime now? Should we forget about Nicolas Cage and just go back and watch old movies? Or is he ripe to surprise us again in a great movie? Because I honestly can't wait to see The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And I can't wait to see Nicolas Cage surprise me in a movie again. So we would definitely love to hear from you. You can tweet us out about whether you think Nicolas Cage makes good movies again, or continues to make good movies or not. Tweet us out at That Nerd Show on Twitter. Also, we would definitely like to let you know that if you're interested in supporting That Nerd Show, you can buy some of our nerd shirts at our swag shop. It's mynerdswag.com. We've got funny retro gaming shirts, pop culture shirts. You can even get yourself a Baby Yoda shirt. So check that out. They come with or without the That Nerd Show branding, but help support us and keep us on the air. That's it for today. I'm Marcus Blake with That Nerd Show, and this has been your Daily Nerd News. Thank you for watching. Until the next time, goodbye.